Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to LoveBabz, LoveTalk on Babz Rolls Ivy. It's nice to be back after a long weekend, although I am in a state of influx and betwixt. I got a lot of balls in the air. Normally I have a lot of balls in the air. I got way too many balls in the air. Way too many balls. So right now I'm trying to I'm living in 3 spaces. I'm house sitting. I bought a new house and I got to get out of this space. I know. It's just a level of crazy. I know. If you think I don't know, I feel everything about it. Yesterday we had our look-see at our new house. Me, Markeisha, Ife bought a house. And it comes with a commercial space. So we bought Mr. Thorne's house and barbershop. Mr. Thorne is Mr. Eddie. Mr. Eddie's barbershop on Winchester, 208-206 Winchester Avenue. And Mr. Eddie lived over there for 50 years. They had the barbershop for 50 years. He just passed like in, 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. And his house, we were looking for a house. We were looking to do this Golden Girls type situation. It never occurred to us a commercial space. We saw the house on the market, but we just like, well, we didn't see anything beyond, we just didn't think of it. We were focused on what we were focused on. And then our realtor, Charmaine Edmonds, brought it back round to us and said, consider. And so went to see it, and we were just like, yeah. We could do all kinds of stuff. So yesterday we had a soft opening for our friends. A couple of folks come through. Not really a housewarming, but like a looky-loo. Like, this is what we get. What do you think? And the house is, is empty. We spent a couple of days cleaning. There's more cleaning to be done. Like, there's a lot to be done, but not structurally, and it's a clean house. It's in good shape. It's well done. It's an old house. It's built in 1914, I think, or something like that. 1910, I think. The garage was put in 1947. So that gives you a sense. So there's some things that we want to do in the house cosmetically that have to be done. But other than that, yeah. So we are excited. We have a website up, House Maven Project. The German spelling of house, HAUSMAVEN project.com. So if you know people who want to contribute to it, we would like that very much, because it's going to take a little bit of money, which we do not have. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, I'm answering questions while I'm on air. So anyway, that's it. We had a nice turnout of folks. My soror, Reverend Dr. Odell Montgomery Cooper, came and oiled the house and blessed the house. Anru is going to come and bless the house in the Yoruba tradition. So we are moving and grooving. We are moving and grooving. That's what we're doing. So I'm excited. I'm pretty excited. It's just, I'm a little antsy because I have to get out of here. And getting out of here, I'm just like that, Like, once I'm out of here and then I come back and I can clean and sweep and do all this stuff, I'll feel a bit better. But it's just, it's giving me a little bit. I have a little bit of anxiety, and I'm not one of those anxious people, but it's like a lot. And so I'm one of these people. This is not my strong suit, packing and all of that. So my dear friends packed me up from Bellevue because I was in no shape. My hips were just bad, and I was getting ready for surgery. So he phased out of town. Marquisha's got to get her own place packed down. So my daughters have been doing a great job of packing down this place. I've got some friends coming over the next couple of days, and to help move stuff. So I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good. So anyway, yeah, that's my life right now. So I'm house sitting for my good friend Dr. Roderick Ferguson, and you know, and his house, we call it the Fortress of Solitude. It's a really nice space, and it's just the calming space I need on top of all the chaos that I am in. So yeah, so we gotta do we gotta try to pull off a lot of stuff. We're gonna make that barbershop, and we low key calling it the porch, into an event space. You know, into an event space that all kinds of things can go on in the community. It's going to be a gallery. It's going to be a classroom. It could be a workout space. It could be a paint and sip space. It could be all kinds of things. All kinds of things. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to make it all kinds of things. And I'm delighted by that. So that's going to be a wonderful, I hope, a wonderful addition to the community, to the neighborhood. Yeah. So I'm delighted, excited, and ready for this new adventure. And then, you know, I'm going to Western New England Law School in the fall, because, you know, I just don't have enough balls in the air. So I'm going to be doing that. So this is why this is important, to get this house in tip-top fashion, so that I could, you know, since I'm moving now, I could take all of June and July to work on my space and create what I want. So when I walk into August ready for school, I won't have to be figuring out where things go. So I'm excited. This is a good time. I feel like this is my moment. If I can get I know my violin teacher was like, when are we going to get back to classes? Oh, don't worry. You got me all summer. I'm going to be ready. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. So, don't you worry about a thing. It will all come together. So, it will all come together. It will all come together. I'm like, how could I not have faith at this point? You know, listen, I'm not Diddy. I'm not sitting waiting for a sentence. I've been there, done that. Not what Diddy did. Let's be clear. Not at all what Diddy did. I just know what it is to be in that space of waiting, and I wasn't locked up waiting. They consider him a flight risk, which I don't think he is a flight risk. You know, what do I know? If I got that kind of money and I was facing what he was facing, I don't know. I might go to a country where they can't extradite me. His friends will come visit him anywhere in the world, so he might not be able to come back to America. But I'm not. Now, listen, I'm not suggesting anybody run from the law. That is not what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying? I said I could. What I'm saying is I could understand. Listen, Roman Polanski did it. A couple of people did it. You know, a couple of people did it. Roman Polanski can't ever come back to the United States, and he settled that case with that child that he raped. You know, a couple of others of them can't come back either. So I don't listen, when you got people, when you have means, you could skirt the laws. I think you shouldn't, but I think you can. There's evidence that will hold that could attest to that. Oh, not this great earring. Oh no. These little paper earrings are so nice, but they take a beating. I need to need a box for all this jewelry. I just need to put it in something. Anyway, that's the way of the world. I have to put up a thing to hang up all my jewelry because I have a lot of it. A lot. So, anyway, there's nothing else I could do about that. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So, at 9:30, I've got Kevin Ewing coming on, Rev Kev. Rev Kev is the interim executive director for the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. Shelley Shalea had to go back to Minnesota to take care of her mother, who was in failing health. And it was a tough decision for her to make. And we're fans and friends with Shelley. She has been on this porch. One of the first things she did when she came to town, she got invited to the porch. I one of the first things I did was connect her to K Wholeness, and now the Caribbean Festival is a part of the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. I'm telling you, the porch is a magical place between the intersection of everything. So anyway, Kevin Ewing is coming on to talk about this year's festival, which is in full swing pretty much. The neighborhood festivals are happening. We just had Newhartville Festival this weekend. I drove past it because, as I said, I'm moving. So there was no time to go and have a good time. I had to make stuff happen. So, yay. But the festivals happen. I think there's 3 of them down, or 2 or 3 of them down. I think there's one more to go. I think the Dixwell Festival, Freddie Fixer kind of vibe is happening this coming weekend. So there's a lot of stuff, and then it kicks off. So he'll come and talk about all the things that we could look forward to, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the outside, for being outside, as they say. I'm here for being outside. So anyway, he's gonna come, and I believe the festival is celebrating a milestone. I think it's at their 20 years. I hope it's 20, not 30. I think it's 20. Well, anyway, he will correct me when he comes on. I am sure of that. I think it's 20. Yeah. And so that'll be really good. I'm looking forward to hearing about all the stuff. I know some stuff. I know some stuff, because if you go to their website, let me see. I'm gonna go to their website, and I'm gonna tell you, because I was looking at it this morning, as a matter of fact, because because I knew Kevin was coming on, and I just wanted to see, because I haven't been up here in a minute, and now that the festival is kicking off, I'm excited to sort of go see what's happening. So they've got all kinds of stuff coming on. Oh no, it is 30 years. Are you kidding me? Why did I think 20? You know what? My friends always tell me I have a time problem. Michelle Turner loves to laugh at me all the time, because when I think 20 years ago, I think 1970. It's not. It is decidedly not. And so I I'm one of these people that is very, 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 very time challenged. In terms of days and years and stuff like that. I never get that stuff right. You know, I've been I came out of college in 81. If to me it feels like it was just, 15, 20 years ago. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. It's like 40 years ago, damn near 50 years ago. I'm like, what is happening? So I'm one of those people. I think time is yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm definitely one of those people. I have no concept of how far things are and where am I? Yeah. See, I've been out of high school 44 years. And that's just 1981. I am 62 years old. So I don't know why I'm thinking I am just 42 years old and everything is like 20 years ago. No, crazy person. It is 44 years ago. We just had our 40th reunion. I couldn't go because I had just had, I think, the second hip surgery, and I was in no shape to like get around. Plus, my vanity wouldn't let me show up with a cane. I just wasn't going to do it. I don't care what people say. I wasn't going to do it. I didn't want to show up in a cane. When I show up to reunion, I want to show up walking in my full self. I want to be fabulous and walking. And even though my cane is hella tricked out, I just didn't want to do it. That's just not what I wanted to do. So that's how I left it. So I didn't go. I bought a ticket because I wanted to support, but I didn't go. So when they have the next one, and I think the older you get, the closer in frequency they come, because and I've lost some classmates. I'm still standing, but I've lost a few classmates. So that's so time and space is, what is time? What is space? I'm one of those kind of people. So anyway, Kevin Ewing will be on at 9:30 and talk, good 20 minutes about the festival and, what's it shaping up to look like and, all the things. See if there's some gossipy secrets he could share, like who's doing what or who's coming. Are there any surprises, that you haven't announced? Are there some things still showing up? I know. You're probably like, Babz, I can't tell you that. I know. But I could ask. I could absolutely ask. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. Even though the world is a dumpster fire, and it is. There are moments and pockets of personal joy and personal just happiness. Do you know what I mean? So there's like little pockets of that mixed in. I keep my eye on the foolishness, but there are little pockets of happiness, little pockets of joy that I can wrap my arms around. So yeah. I mean, that's where we are. That's where we are. So I'm having an early lunch with a friend, a new friend today. We're gonna talk a little bit of collaborative stuff, and the lifestyle medicine class is going well. It's tonight, but I might not be able to make it tonight because I've got folks coming over here to help me pack, and so I might have to let them know that. So I'm gonna miss this class, and I think the next one I won't miss, but I will miss the last one, I think, because I'll be away on retreat. So this would be good to sort of get into my space before retreat and try to do stuff. So yeah, I swear I always feel like I am behind the eight ball. And this is this is self-designed stuff. This is hella self-designed, you know. This is self-designed. And the new house has a porch. We sat on it last night. It was really nice. And my friends were like, yeah, this feels good. This porch feels good. So once we get it tricked out and how we want it and all of that, I think it'll be just fine. I think it'll be just fine. Just fine. I think it'll be just fine. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, beautiful people. This is gonna be this. I think this is the beginning of my soft girl life. Soft in the sense that, I'm walking into a different era of my life, so and I like it, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I got some more surprises up my sleeve that I'll talk about, as we move on. Oh, and the play, which is part of the Arts and Ideas Festival, a family business, a pizza play, produced and put on by a Broken Umbrella Theater at City Seed. They built the stage at City Seed, and it's a commission work of the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. It's going to run for, I think, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. And it's really shaping up to be a great play. And it's been an amazing opportunity to work with these folks. I mean, they just let me be with them, and I'm in awe of them. You know what I mean? Like, I got some lines that I need to learn, but I'm so in awe of their talent. They're everybody, the children are talented. I mean, everybody's so talented, and I just sit there and I'm like, what? I'm in this play, and they wrote me lines, and I'm like, why? Like, what is happening? So it's an amazing thing to sort of be a part of it, and I'm happy. It makes me very happy. It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of work, And then I got Soul Stitch Retreat. The second one is coming up in the second part of June. I'll be away. It's a 3.5 day retreat. So I'll be away for that. And, because and that's it. That's the end of my retreats. I won't have anything else. So I'll be rooted here very shortly. And I'll have a new studio to work out of, like, next week. I got a new studio, so I gotta deal with that. So I was like, all right. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to Kevin Ewing coming on and talking about 30 years of the festival. And he's been on the board. I don't know how long he's been on the board. I know he hasn't been on the board 30 years, but he's been on the board for a good minute. And he's gonna come and talk about what's it been like. And they had some hits and some losses that were tender to their hearts. And so yeah. So it's been a challenging road ahead, but they've got some good leadership and they've got some real dedicated folks. So yeah. So Harry, are we starting some new music too? Harry will get you right. Rev Kev. I'm so glad you could be with me this morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm very happy to be here. I am well. I am
I
doing
see.
very
I see you're
well.
in the office. You made it to the office.
I made it to the office. It was actually kind of easy. I got to bed early yesterday.
All right. All right. All right. Yay for going to bed early. So the festival is celebrating 30 years. You're the interim executive director. What's happening? How's it going?
It's going. It's going well. It's we're going to have a festival, and it's going to be a party. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're
It's
going to
always
have
a
so
lot
much
of
fun,
fun. It's always a
and
lot of
this year will
fun.
be no exception. It's we've had to pull it a lot together quickly, and in the midst of some changes. Uh, Both, yeah, just a lot of changes happening,
Mm-hmm.
with me stepping into this role, with Shelley leaving, with Aaron leaving earlier in the year, uh, with the budget issues we're having, and the uncertainty in the fundraising. There's been a lot of challenges this year, and we're pulling it off. Got a strong team, very strong team. I can't say enough how strong this team is and how well they're working together to pull off this festival. And we're going to have a party. It's going to
Mm.
be a wonderful time.
And so you've
Um,
already started with the neighborhood festivals, the smaller neighborhood celebrations. You start in the hill and you work your way around the city.
yeah, we started in Fairhaven. Actually, the festival started April 1st
Oh,
with the kickoff of the Big Read, uh,
yes, because y'all are reading Fahrenheit 450. What is it?
451.
451.
Yeah, Ray Bradbury. It's uh, incredible tale, and it's quite appropriate for the time we're in, to look at this. It's the burning of books, the efforts of the establishment, the bureaucracy to control thought and to control the minds of the people, by telling them what they can and cannot read, what they can and cannot see, what they can and cannot do, what they can and cannot think. And we're kind of living in a world where it feels like a lot of that is happening, no matter how good intentioned they are. Um, it feels like we're being told what to think and
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to explore. And uh, that's not freedom to me.
Mm.
So we're building this the spirit of this festival is joy, is celebration, and that joy and that celebration is resistance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not going to let you tell us what to think.
I like that. And it's an all city read, right? So that means high school students, like schools are participating, the library is participating, all kinds of people are participating in this read.
Yes, book groups, senior citizen groups, schools, the libraries, as you stated, and not just New Haven, but also West Haven's been on board. They're having a couple of book groups at their library, and I believe starting in October, it's spreading over to Hamden, and so it's. I like to make it the big country read. Let everybody in the United States read this book and talk about it. Even if you want to talk about arguing against the concepts that it presents,
Mm-hmm.
talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
We won't get anywhere if we don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you kicked off April 1st. You had the Fairhaven Festival, which I was at, which was a lot of fun. And then you
Fairhaven's
went
always a
to
blast.
wait, did you go to the Hill already? Yeah, you were in the Hill.
Yeah, we did. From Fairhaven, we went to a new one, a new neighborhood, Whaley, Edgewood, Beaver Hills.
Oh, that's my
And
old
this is their first
neighborhood.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We had rain, unfortunately, but still had a couple of hundred people show up. So
Nice.
they had vendors, of course, and local talent. They did some talks about the armory right across the street, and the garden, and the mural that's there. So it was a very neighborhood focused, kind of a small. This was their first time. They didn't want to do anything huge, but they pulled it off. And even in the rain, it was a good time.
Nice. Nice. And
Yeah.
then from there,
And from there, we went to the Hill,
okay.
and we had the Hill honored their heroes, their neighborhood heroes.
Oh, I love
And
I love
boy,
that each neighborhood does a different little vibe to this thing.
So what we did 12 years ago, 15 years ago, whenever it was, uh, we recognized that there was this tension between the communities, the neighborhoods, the places I lived, and the festival. It was kind of an unspoken, unwritten tension, but there was the sense that the festival was about Yaleys and East Rock, and to some extent it is and was, or was and is. But it's also for everybody. Just because it's classical music doesn't mean there aren't people in the hood that like it and should be able to come out and enjoy it just like everybody else. So to make a short story long, we 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 were sitting around thinking about what can we do, and Mary Lou had seen these pop-up festivals that have been happening in cities across the world actually, and so she said, why don't we do a pop-up festival in the neighborhoods? And so rather than us giving a festival, we went to the communities. We found neighborhoods that had some organized group. We went to the mostly the management teams and said, we're the festival. We know how to throw a party. If we were to bring you our resources, what would you do? And then those communities got together and came up with a plan, and we executed it. And so everything we do in there is what they choose to do. It's all about partnerships and using the resources and highlighting the skills and talents and gifts we have.
But I what I'm most impressed by is that each neighborhood puts their own spin on it. Like the Hill folks honored their heroes, which I thought, and nobody else no other neighborhood was doing that kind of thing. But then in Fairhaven, it had a very distinctive Latino flavor to it because it's a heavily Latino community. So, every neighborhood has its own little different kind of spin, which is really incredible.
Yeah, we just had this past Sunday, I don't know. Sunday, we had the West Rock West Hills, and they focus more on health and welfare, in addition to local talent. But they had talks about eating healthy and exercise and mental health and domestic abuse, and it was a very intimate. And again, it rained, but there's still a couple hundred people that came through.
Good. And then you were just here in the Newhallville neighborhood. It was a little overcast, a little bit, but it didn't rain. But it's kind of like But yeah, it was a nice little turnout of folks in the neighborhood. So children laughing, playing. It was
So what I unfortunately couldn't make, but that's always a party to Kim Weston and not Kim Weston. Oh my God, Kim Harris and her team do a wonderful job.
Yes, they are very rooted and committed to that community. And they get those children involved. Like they are heavily involved in being activated to take care and be good stewards of the neighborhood. So that's a wonderful thing to see. So are all the festivals done? All the pop-ups are done, or is there one?
The neighborhood festivals? No, we still got Dixwell.
Oh, that's right. And Dixwell is connected to the Freddie Fixer because the Freddie Fixer is a staple in that particular community.
Yeah. That's another exciting one. They have a multi-day festivities. We're only engaged in the one day that happens on in front of the Q House in Stetson. But yeah, they do the Freddie Fixer parade. They have the gala. So there's a lot of very cool stuff going on in this city. This is the greatest small city in America, and we show it every year.
I think you do. All right, so Kev, I know there's always surprise things that you can't tell me. So could you tell me something?
Something like what?
I don't know. Is there some
no surprises
performance that hasn't been announced yet? What is the symphony doing this year? Can you say that? Is the symphony playing on the green with y'all this year? Because normally every year y'all have them do, and then they commission something or they do something. So
yeah, so the symphony's going to be on the green. I believe Saturday the 21st. Yeah. They're going to be on the green, and the evening starts with something called the City of Floating Sounds, and so that's a an app you download, and then there are six routes that people will walk heading back to the green, and as they're walking, they're listening to the music playing in the app, and also the app will point out certain spots along the way. So one of them is the Pearl route, which will walk from I forget where it starts, but it'll go through and point out some of the places that Arts and Ideas have had events over the last 30 years. There's
Wow.
a Dixwell route that starts at the Stetson Library, the Q House. They talk about Dixwell Congregational. They walk towards the green and talk about the place where um, the first black graduate with a degree in music, I believe, from
Mm-hmm.
Yale, black
Mm-hmm.
female graduate from Yale, where she used to live, over there by where the Popeyes is on Whaley.
Yeah.
And they're going to walk along, and they're going to go through the campus over there and talk about some things, and they end up on the green. So everybody ends up on the green, and when we get to the green, it's as part of the concert, the symphony is going to play all of the pieces of music from the six routes in one song, and so you'll hear what the music would have sounded like if everybody were together, as opposed
Wow.
to. So it's going to be very cool. I have no idea how it's going to work. I'm hoping they have more confidence in me that it will work.
But you know, that's
It's
a
going to be
wonderful
fun.
marriage of technology and physicality, right? Like, because you're not just you're walking and you are looking, but you're also listening, and then it all comes together. So that's pretty.
It,
That's a
and
very
it's
user friendly, high tech.
Yeah, and it's the kind of weird stuff we do at the festival that's fun.
Yeah.
We do
Any
this stuff.
talks? Any ideas
Oh,
parts?
yeah,
I
we've
love
got
the ideas parts too.
so we have our climate talk. It started with handing out free copies of the book "What If We Get It Right" by Ayana Johnson. We had her here last year, and part of our commissioning her was to buy several copies of the book to give
Mm-hmm.
away, so folks can go by People Get Ready bookstore. I'm sorry, Possible Futures bookstore. I just dated myself. Go to Possible Futures bookstore and get a copy of the book. And with the ask is that they have a um, a book group, a reading together, and read the book and talk about it and come up with parts of the book. And then we're going to pull them all together in July. I'm sorry, in June, at the humanities quadrant,
Mm, mm.
and have a conversation about different aspects of the book and what we can do. And the keynote speaker for that is this young lady from Canada, First Nation from Canada, who's a water protector.
Oh,
She's 20 years old, and she's going to talk about conserving water and how we can be better citizens of this planet.
mm, mm.
Um, we have a conversation about memory and Yale quantum physics,
I love
and
that kind of stuff.
how the two can fit together. So the Yale Quantum Institute and Borrow My Glasses, which is a group that works with geriatric memory and things, are somehow they're going to show how you can use quantum physics to measure, to track, to do something with memory. I don't know. I'm an artist, not a scientist. So
Although very similar, very
there,
similar.
there are very similar licenses.
So tell me about the Visionary Leadership Award, because that's something that y'all do. It's well received. It's a wonderful tribute and a wonderful honor. And have y'all been doing it for the 30 years, or did this come about later?
No, that came about much later. It started as just a way we were thinking of one of our founders, Jean Hadley, and how strong of a leader she was at a time when women were really allowed to be in leadership, even less than they are now. And so we came up with the concept of having this really kind of as a fundraiser, but also as an opportunity to keep the festival in front of folks throughout the year. And it was it's a very honorable and cool thing to do. So we've had a number of awardees over the years, I think 14 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
Most have been female, except for George Takei. And this year, the award is going to Monique Martin, who is also the creator of the Minty Fresh Circus, which is going to be coming June 14th to 15th. The Visionary Leadership Award is June 11th.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing it. We're doing it as part of the festival this year for a number of reasons. So Monique, I'm sure you'll probably get her on here before the festival comes. But she's a visionary in that she's always worked to present art to people who normally don't get art
Mm-hmm.
by people who normally don't get to be seen doing art. I like to say she does art in the way and for the people who are now considered bad words. If you put it up on your website that you're working with these folks, they're bad words.
Mm-hmm.
So she's bringing the arts and just opening up the grounds for the people that traditionally aren't recognized.
Mm.
So this circus that is coming is an all-black cast with virtually all-black creators, all-black cast from the United States doing circus. And she had to create the database for that because it did not exist.
Wow.
So, and you think about it. When I grew up, we had all kinds of kids that could do flips, and we used to call it tumbling. They could jump and flip and jump over and climb stuff, and that's circus. That's
Yes.
dance.
Yes.
That's beauty, and that's an opportunity for us to get out of the hood,
Yeah.
to get out and do something good
Yes.
with our lives. So yeah, every year we try to do something circus, and this year we are fortunate to be the second place that Minty Fresh Circus is going to be presented. The first place was a couple of weeks ago at the Kennedy Center.
Mm-hmm.
So they did 2 shows at the Kennedy Center, one for young people and one for adults. And I know there was some tension about whether or not we should still perform at the Kennedy Center or present acts at the Kennedy Center. And they decided that they are the exact kind of act that needs to get, if they get the opportunity, that needs to be there, because they are the exact kind of act that they're trying to keep out.
Yeah. How funny is that, right? Crazy.
Yeah.
Just level of
So
crazy.
get in there.
Yes. Well, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
So Kevin, are you going to have, because every year y'all have music on the green, people performing. Is that the same coming? Is that more
We
or
have
less?
we have lots of music on the green. And I'm about to cheat because I don't remember all these folks' names.
No, that's fine, because I have to cheat too, because I was like who, where, what? No, that seems to be a real highlight for people to come on the green on a lovely summer evening and hear some good music that they would not ordinarily get if they didn't come to the festival.
I'm scrolling through our website. We got so much stuff on here.
Yeah, you do.
We had a lot happening.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so we have we're gonna have a day where of DJs, I believe. On June 2nd, DJ Casey Cortez will be there. And following DJ Casey will be these 2 brothers, actually two brothers playing violin, and one is a DJ called the Sons of Maestro. Mm-hmm. And if you're familiar with black violin, that's been out for a few years, of violinists, these are their proteges.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, when we met with their agent in New York last year or earlier this year, he said that they were doing a workshop. Black Violin was doing a workshop, and these 2 brothers came. And after they finished the workshop, Black Violin came back to their agent and said, "You need to sign these dudes before somebody else gets them because they're better than we are."
Mm.
And so he signed them, and now they're on their way.
Oh, I
So
can't wait
that's
to
going to be
see them.
exciting, and
Oh,
that'll be part of that. That'll wrap up our Juneteenth celebration as well,
oh,
because
okay.
we'll have some dedications on prior to that. Then they'll come out. Um, we've got let's ticket it. uh,
And you still have a good mix of ticketed things and free things.
well, yeah, 85% of what we do is free,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of it is ticketed. Uh, so another one is Hang Him to the Scales, HHTS, and it's an indie Asian band that plays a little pop, a little. Uh, I think they call it shoegaze. I don't
Okay.
know, but it's been highly recommended.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I'm not familiar. I mean,
I am not either.
learning my way around the K-pop world, so this will be a new genre of music that I don't know. But I'm up for it. I this is why I come to the festival so that I can
Yeah,
get all the stuff that I never get to. It's unlikely that I'll be in Asia hearing them. So to see them here would be amazing.
yeah. Although this group, I think they're relatively local,
Okay,
but it's very cool.
I like it.
Um,
Okay.
we got Sunny Techo Kamara. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
be doing some drumming, and his act involves the audience. So he usually brings a bunch of extra drums and conducts some drum circle and get some get the heartbeat going on the green with the drum.
All right.
And they'll be joined by Soul and the Tribu, and this is a Cuban Caribbean duet that will be playing some thumping music from the Caribbean
I
culture.
love it. I love it.
And there's more.
Yes, and
Oh,
then
and we close out the festival with the Caribbean Heritage
that's what I was
Festival.
going to say. The Caribbean Festival is coming.
Yeah, that's the 28th. That's all day. Um, it's to be honest, they do their own programming, so I don't know all the things that's
And then they
going.
walk across, like last year, they walked across the green, to the
This,
stage.
yeah, I think this year's all going to be on the lower green,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so they won't have to walk across it. It'll all be right there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also have this thing coming called Squonk. Squonk is this self-contained kind of it's a truck that's also an instrument, and so it's like a kind of like a steampunk looking thing, but it's got steam and levers and things you can pull and push and make noise, and it's going to be doing 3 or 4 shows on the green, just kind of picking a spot, and it's again a chance for the audience to come up and play an instrument or push a button or pull a lever, and a little
Wow.
hands on.
Well, this is what we want the arts and ideas to do, is to like push us out of our comfort zones and into some other interesting artistic expression. I love it.
And that's we will, and you will enjoy it. They're all pleasant. They're all
Yes.
pleasurable. And we
Yes.
forgot something that else we're doing this year. That's theater.
Yes.
How can we forget theater? So we've got one it's kind of a staged reading. Um, it's a little bit more than a staged reading because it's actually on its feet moving with lighting cues and all that. But it's looking at it's called Woodhall Beecher, and
Mhm.
it's being performed by Heartbeat Ensemble, which is
I
a
know them.
academic.
I saw they did I went to Harvard and I saw them do the Baldwin Lorraine Hansberry
Oh
conversation.
yeah,
And that was incredible. So I like their work.
yeah, they're cool people. That was the
They're cool
first
people.
theater company I worked with in Connecticut. When
Oh,
I left the corporate world and was trying to figure out what to do, they were just getting started, and I joined in and did some lighting, stage management with them. And then I went to seminary.
that's a that's a pretty good story. They're good. They're good folks. I from that one production, I was just highly impressed. And then you've got the Broken Umbrella folks who are doing family business, a pizza play.
You know anything about that play? What's it
I think
about?
I vaguely heard something about it. I heard some whispers about it around town. So I'm delighted that they let me in this play, Kev, because really they're so super talented. I, I don't even know why I'm in this play. And my daughter is in this play, and my daughter is my daughter in the play. But it's such, they work so well together, Kevin, that
Yeah.
it's like what you want a marriage to be. Like they're just they all get along so well, and they're so creative, and they make room for that creativity. I mean, even the kids are talented. So I'm in awe that they let me hang around them, because they really are that talented and cool, and I just love it. So it's a lot. And I think you and the rest of the community will be hella impressed with the staging of this thing, and just the telling of a part of a New Haven that is a very uniquely New Haven story. So
So it's a story of a family that makes pizza, and
yes,
their
a
journey
very
from
Italian family,
yeah,
immigrants.
their
You know,
journey through the United States, and living in Worcester Square, or
yeah,
actually a city like New Haven.
yeah.
Um, and if you were around last year, you saw excerpts of it as they were working on the play.
Yes, I
So
was
we like
in
to
that.
say,
I'm reprising
yeah,
my role in that. Yes,
we
yes.
like to say last year we gave you a slice.
Last year
This
you
year
gave
we're
us.
giving you the whole pie.
That's my favorite thing. I love that. Last year we gave you a slice. This year we're gonna give you the whole kit and caboodle. You get the whole pie.
The whole
You get the
pie.
whole pie. So what are you looking forward to most? Is there something particular that you're like, I can't miss this. I can't miss this.
Um, I it's like picking my favorite child.
I know.
Uh,
I know.
and although my mother would have no problem with that, and it wasn't me.
You'd be surprised.
I would say I'm really excited about Benty Fresh Circus.
Okay.
It's the story of Black joy, Black devotion, Black survival, Black music. Uh, and it's a quintessential American story.
Mhm.
You know, even though we use the label Black because that's what it is, but it's an American story, and so that's exciting. That's exciting. It's American made. Um, I'm excited about the theater as resistance conversation
Yes,
between
I saw
Esther
that.
Singleton and Joffrey Simmons
Yeah.
from Heartbeat, and Matoya Majak, who's a Pulitzer Prize winning playwright,
Mhm.
who's actually working, and she's going to be our keynote speaker that day too. But she's working on her next project is converting Fahrenheit 451 into a Broadway play.
Ooh, oh, by that
Yeah,
time.
and she used to work at the festival when
Okay.
she was a student.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm
nice full
looking forward
circle
to
moment.
Josh Redmond.
Yes. Yes, I saw that. It's been a long time since I saw him.
It's been
I
a
haven't seen
while.
him in a very long time. So this would be really nice.
So he's launching his new album and releasing his new album right before. So yeah, that's it. I mean, there's so much. The storytelling that we're doing at Cedar Park is going to be exciting.
Oh,
Uh,
yes. I've not been to Cedar Park. I had them on last year, but I have not been over there yet. So this is the year I go.
this is the go.
This is
Come
the
check it
go.
out.
This is go. So if anybody
Uh,
wants more information about the calendar, go to artidea.org, and you it's a dizzying amount of stuff that's going on for young people, all kinds of people, little kids. So if you've not gone to the Arts and Ideas Festival ever, this is your year to do it. They're celebrating 30 years. There's ticketed stuff. There's 85% free stuff. And the city comes alive when the arts festival is running. I mean, it really does come alive.
Gonna be a party,
It's gonna be a
and
party.
it's our 30th anniversary,
Yes.
and that's the Pearl anniversary. And so we're making pearls. If you think about it, you could say that we are a pearl for the city of New Haven, but that's kind of not like how I see it. The way I see it, we're the mollusk, the shellfish. We're the place where the pearls are incubated and grown. See, a pearl starts when an irritant gets between the shell and the skin of a mollusk. And the mollusk, then all of its resources come around that irritant and surround it and crush it and mold it and turn it until it becomes a precious jewel.
Mm-hmm.
And so out of the resistance of the mollusk, a precious jewel is formed.
I love it.
We're the mollusk. We're making pearls.
That's
what this 30 years is.
That's the right message. Well, thank you for being such a great guest this morning, Ken.
This has been fun. I didn't think I'd be awake this early.
I'll see you at the festival. I will be centered all the time in all the spaces because I love the festival so much. So thank you.
We love you too, Babz. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Harry, what were you saying?
Kick me off.
Yes.
God bless and kick me off.
All right. Go ahead. Sign off. Get yourself off. And I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Thanks, Rev Cav, for coming in and talking to me about the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. You're listening to me, Babz Rawls-Ivy, LoveBabz, LoveTalk, on 103.5 WNHH. We're live streaming on the New Haven Independent and wherever else Harry has us. I'll be back at 10:15.